Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the south side is the Green English, we have Beasty. Spawn on the top right side is the Orange Delhi Sultanate, we have May. This course is with new patch. The Delhi got a lot of balance changes involving docks, if I remember correctly, which is not going to be important in this situation. I think Delhi Sultanate has largely remained the same. They add a bit more flexibility on hybrid and water maps. And the English, let's see, their kings take a little bit longer spawn time, and the White Tower bonus production has been toned down a little bit, which I believe that's all pretty good changes. The kings basically became meta. I still believe the king should be reworked as a free respawn like the Khan. And the initial spawn could, of course, take the same time, like 50 seconds. Or maybe a resource for the king where it's like the rule of 2 in order, and Imperial Age get out second king. Even then that won't make sense. Maybe better scaling in Castle and Imperial? Not sure. Either way, when it comes to map generation, berries being clicked on up, other buried parts over here, a little bit off the side with only stone in this region. Up here we've got a massive amount of gold, as well as bit of berries and deer, so it's probably safe expansion directions toward the left. Maybe a little bit forward to grab these deer. We do now have the Tower of Victory now being plotted on the field. And over here we've got the Abbey Kings. I remember in the previous replay, if you go down Tower of Victory into House of Learning, your Delhi Sultan man-arms I think become superior to English man-arms. They actually can get really good. So I think Delhi Sultan man-arms should be a good direction. However, he needs to make sure he has a good line of gold. After all, he does not have enclosures. The English economy is more well-tuned for mass man-arms production. Additionally, you have faster production speeds on man-arms. Abbey Kings now being employed on a few. The first one take a little bit extra time, 50 seconds. Yes, that is applied to the free one as well. I'm pretty sure based on what I've been noticing is that the free king is actually a different entity than the initial king, or the first, or the built kings, due to the fact that it technically has a 0 cost. And so if I were to hide it up here, since it shows free, when the secondary king or redeployment of the king does actually show resources when highlighting it. Nope, either way, the king has been deployed on the field. We do have scouts, or is that a Ghazi Raider? We do have Ghazi Raiders not being deployed on the field. Raiders roll. Ghazi Raiders do have +2 heavy, so it overcomes the armor of the king. The king has 16 damage, but incredibly slow attack speed. Ghazi Raiders do have slow attack speed as well. I do believe 2 Ghazi Raiders should be able to 1v or 2v1 the king. But we do also have now this network of castles here to help the king out. So he actually does attack faster than a single Ghazi Raider, but he's still a little bit behind. You can fall back to Abbey. Once he gets out of combat, you have 6 health regen, and I think his own health regen will be affected as well, so potentially 7 health regen per second. That appears to still be 6, not 7, unless the, unless the aura effect does take a little bit extra time, but looks like it is an exclusive aura, the 6 health regen. The outpost gets deleted for some odd reason. Why? Oh, that's why. This is a little bit risky. He got rid of the outpost, which means he has to build the White Tower without the outpost. The king and scout does choke up the hold choke point there. Very fast cast for the English player. And the White Tower is a castle. Or a keep. Same difference. Enough of those stupid puns, because technically the Japanese could build castles, and not in Castle Age. Sorry, stupid jokes. Either way, we got a big round of research. Looks like the Delhi Sultan does now have double blacksmith field. He probably should have gone for melee damage and melee armor, range armor first, rather than going for range damage. Oh, he is getting archers out now. Running no gold is being collected on up. Somehow he got the exact amount of gold for his age up as well. The king or the knight being put on the field. God's Raiders will be decent soft counter, but not a good hard counter. Spearmen be more of a hard counter. Of course, right now they're just Dark Age Spearmen. Perfect at causing darkness into his opponent by poking out their eyes. The king now, of course, gets a bunch of stats upon aging on up. Still has a slow attack speed, but now has 20 damage compared to a regular knight's 24. So he is fitting for the cost, but I think the king should just be a bit more effective. At least Imperial Age. Maybe Imperial Age he gets ridiculous buffs. Sort of like the Khan. Because I think the Khan gets like 2, 3, 6, then 20 damage. Either way, we got Hardened Spearman now on the way. Archer is now engaging, chipping away against these units. You can always fall back to the Abbey. The Abbey will get him excellent health regen. And over here, we got the Knight taking on the Ghazi Raider. Scout is down, not a big surprise. Can the White Tower go for the Scout? No, we cannot. I wonder if that's an oversight. Either way, the Knight is taking some damage there. I don't play English, so I don't really know all the quirks, and apparently just kept building scouts at the keep. That could be an oversight, honestly. Either way, the king and the knights now engaging each other. This one knight is still a little bit wounded. Oh no, that's a different knight. He can fall back to the Abbey, get healed on up. And he does abandon the secret site there with the Scholar. At the White Tower here, he's rapidly playing up gold. I think... No, he's not storing up the resource at the moment. One Ghazi Raider does go down. Another Ghazi Raider is going down. Looks like good number of these Ghazi Raiders are quite wounded. That's why he's pushing forward. I guess he wants to secure their kills. Remember as well, Scholars are priests, which means health restoration. That knight gets trapped there. Spearman stabs the king. And the king is making his way back up north and trying to head back home. This knight is trying to run over here. Ghazi Raider is engaging. Not sure if a Ghazi Raider can beat a knight when he's down to a lot less health. And the king looks like will be focused down. Ghazi Raiders do have standard horseman speed. Spahi, I believe, have slower horseman speed. The king is dead. Now we've got some early man-at-arms being researched, upgrading Vanguard man-at-arms to early man-at-arms. Also Spearmen deploying out a gate. Gatekeeping is acceptable in certain situations. Scholar down. And we got this knight trying to fall back. This area is of course blocked on off. And he will be pursued. 20 health remaining. They got 9 health remaining. And bop. Now we got regular man-at-arms, upgrading early man-at-arms to man-at-arms, man-at-arms. We got some knights here to capture the sector. Green overall has a pretty good destroy value. Orange is still catching on up. But picking up these knights will greatly help him out. Now this Sultanate player is very far from aging on up. I'm not sure what he's eyeing. He has a large amount of wood. He's trying to go through these berries. He has 19 villagers on berries. He does have some gold generation from somewhere. He does have 2 sacred sites. He's getting some increased gold income from those sacred sites. Man-at-arms now engaging the Ghazi Raiders. They're of course Castle Age Man-at-arms with feudal age units. So it won't be a great victory for Orange, but he should still win out. More Ghazi Raiders pushing forward. And we got some English monks here who's picked up one relic, hasn't claimed any just yet. This is the relic he picked on up. The other relics are located here with an orange walls, relate here with an orange's walls, and the local doggo. And this one here with an orange's walls. So orange make it 4 relics. At least it's maintain good feudal control. We do now have the armor-clad research on the way for the English player. Joining more man-at-arms now. One and maybe only relic will be claimed. And now got siege engineers almost completed by Orange. He has spent his wood, so he's not eyeing for mass battering rams at the moment. He knows about the mass man-at-arms, so he really should eye for the age up. Ghazi Raiders can engage them, but not all too great. This man-at-arms take a lot of use. He only has armor clad, no blacksmith research. Knight taking some more damage there. Spearmen will finish him off. Nope, it was one of the Ghazi Raiders. White Tower, of course, still good defensive placement. Bow damage, standard bow damage. Orange pushing forward a good number of Delhi Raiders. Network of castles activated there. And he will fall with his man-at-arms. He does have 2 monks here, so we have some health regen and recover. Also, he wants to fall back to the Abbey. We do now have the House of Learning now being put on field. He immediately needs to get out a number of archer ranges for crossbowmen. I don't know how many archer ranges he has at the moment. I see 4, which is a good number. Ghazi Raiders heading for these villagers. We do now have gate being set ablaze. Villagers migrating on out of there. Man-at-arms push the way forward. Man-at-arms pushing the way forward here. He will run this. He will actually smash in forward and grab that relic. Might as well. Orange just advanced the Castle Age, so he now needs to take time to collect the relics. Should be able to get 3. Now got the Bone Blades research, upgrading the display, so a word I cannot pronounce because it's foreign to me. And I don't really speak foreign all too well. This one crossbowman may go down. Needs more of them. 4 on the field, 5 more on the way. More research on the way as well. Orange is now backing on off. Got a handful of crossbow in there. Destructionary Wolo. Man-at-arms once again pushing way forward. This man-at-arms being focused down by the Ghazi Raiders. Orange's crossbowmen are getting hit. Those are the units he needed to keep alive. He should have kept the spearmen around a little bit longer on the front line to let his crossbowmen escape. Now we got more crossbows being poured on out. The Tower Victor, of course, have increased attack speed. Villagers now running away from these men-at-arms. They will be gunned down by the crossbowmen. We'd also have these venison collectors going to be engaged by the English men-at-arms. And we also got the king here. So, long live the king. He does have, of course, right now 16 or 22 damage. And now got the Palisade Gate going on down. King taking some damage. The king is dead. Brain right now is just going for mass man-arms. He is mixing some spearmen. A handful of them would not hurt, at least not him. We also got some now man-arms being put up by the Delhi Sultan. Armor clad will give him +2 melee armor. The Honed Blades will give his opponent's man-arms +3 damage, so they are technically slightly better. Additionally to the Tower of Victory, they have increased attack speed, making them far better. Though, that is equivalent to Network Castles. In defense, Network Castles will make them equal, and Network Citadels will make the English man-arms better, but that will be more defensive than offensive. So overall, Orange's man-at-arms can get very nice, and they already reached a pretty good point that they are nice. The Delhi Sultan man-at-arms are just superior. So the English economy is, of course, better geared when producing man-at-arms for all the food collection, and now the English player is about ready to advance to the next age. I'm not sure. He's going for the Berkshire Castle. So he's going to make sure his farm economy is nice and safe. Nicer does pick off that one man-at-arms. The mill up here has been set ablaze. He likes his venison very cooked. He likes it overdone rather than well done. And now we do have the military academy being researched as well. Man-at-arms does go down. Do now have some various research, including hardy rashes. The next item from the House of Learning. And now we've got a battering being pulled in the field. English player is now advanced to the next age. He has gold within not his opponent's borders, which is then between being in his own borders, because he has no real concrete borders, just a town. And now Orange going to break on through, have a battering ram, open some holes in that wall. Down south, we do have stone being collected on up. He may be eyeing for a keep. Screen's army is rotating around, but the elite man-at-arms research is almost complete. Enclosures technology on the way. And we also got textiles. A little bit late for that, but better late than never. Especially when his villagers' lives on the line. We do now allow a round of walls going on up there. Orange trying to construct his opponent's movement. Got a number of houses up here. This will put the English player at population cap. Got a number of veteran spearmen mixed on in as well. Doesn't need to go any higher than that. Plus he has fighting only a small number of Ghazi Raiders and Lancers. So he does have adequate number of spearmen for them. Of course, just with Castle Vision, he does not know how many cavalry units he's fighting against. We do now have this Scholar taking some damage there. More mining research. He may be on to seize the gold down south. A keep here could be very useful. Got a handful of spearmen. Good spear right there. Impales a lancer and gets the Ghazi Raiders. The king has been redeployed. Long live the king. He's now engaging. He does, of course, have elite upgrade. No elite army tactics. So his men-arms do have higher quality at the moment. King moving around there. Also got +2 melee damage and +2 range armor, +1 melee armor. So the English man-arms are not fully kitted out. There may be some sort of exact mathematics going on that I'm not really familiar with, since I don't really know all the exact mathematics off the top of my head. Maybe it doesn't need the extra melee armor, simply put. Green's now pushing forward with some various units. Orange rotating around. And now Orange also advances way forward. Orange does have a larger army, but only by a small margin. Orange does have a higher quality army as well, but that can be misleading with the elite upgrade versus non-elite upgrades. He has a good number of crossbowmen firing away there, and since they do have the Power of Victory influence, they have pretty good attack speed as well. Orange's man-arms being killed on off. Another round of man-arms here. It looks like Orange will hold. Green will be whittled on down. Got this force moving around. Got the king some damage here, being healed on up. He does go off the villager there. It doesn't appear to be Orange has textiles. No, he does not. Elite army tactics now on the way for the English player. That will cause Orange some massive issues having that high quality infantry units. The king is dead. Now the spearmen and the man-arms will may get one, maybe two villagers. Somehow that villager stayed alive, the other one went down. Green monk will go on down. Right now Green just has spearmen and man-at-arms. Definitely can cut the... he's still going to build some more lancers. A handful of spearmen wouldn't be half bad, but not really a good idea to go too many. Man-arms does go down there. Green spearmen will probably lose out to those man-arms. Man-arms now engaging each other. Right now, Orange is very far from aging on up, so he looks like he may not be able to age up this game. He's spending all of his resources on military units. He has an excellent number of crossbowmen, but now we do have some Magnos being pulled up with the English player. Additionally, you can get rolling Strutter spring golds to escort them around, which can be very, very useful to killing off his opponent's spring golds for his Maganels. Orange not going for a big wave of battery units. Going to try to close the game, which I don't think it's going to go too low. Elite man-arms retreat forward with now the elite army tactics, and pushing the way backwards with the elite army tactics. Going for a second or third Maganel probably wouldn't be half bad. Gets a decent falling there. Lancer's now moving around. He's going to stand and fight around his Maganel. He needs to make sure that he micros Maganels his opponent's range units. Gets a good volley there. cleaving through them. His man-arms getting slowly whittled down by those crossbowmen. Mangonel takes some severe damage. Mangonel does go down. Does get some good damage to the crossbowman. Orange's arms starting to fall on back. Green's higher quality, but has lower quantity. The king is dead once again. He was alive at one point in time. Barbarian placed in a firing blade is fully fortified as well. Good hits there. Splashes down another guy. The king is dead. Long live the king. How many times am I going to say that joke? Probably too many. More battery rams being blown in the field. He has built another Mangonel, going for a second one. And remember as well, he's fighting against Castle Age units. Castle Age units are a little bit more vulnerable to Mangonel with less health. Mangonels don't get increased health or increased attack speed. So if you need to just get one good volley into melee infantry, it's better to do against Castle Age units rather than Imperial Age units. Mangonels fires a volley. Gets a great hit there. Another volley there. Scores a decent hit, not a super great hit. Another Mangonel volley there. Gets a good volley there. I think it does. Yeah, he does have the siege works there. Increase health. Doesn't get a second, third shot off there. This guy should be able to get one more shot off, maybe two. Gets another good hit there. It does go down there. Orange armies being cleaved through. Those Mangonels did their job, and now Orange sort of fall back. Is lacking a front line now. Maybe we're ready to bypass the battering rams and go straight for the crossbowmen. The king is dead. Again. Those units being cleaned on up. Man-arms pushing forward. The king's good hits there on those crossbowmen. Those barons being cleaned up by reinforcements. Green will lose his handful of man-arms. English player also has a massive gold stockpile of gold. It actually needs more food somehow. English player needs more food? What heresy is this? The belly summon is still scraping the bottom barrel. Has a decent amount of wood sorted up. He may need to take off half the villagers off of the wood and for some local berries. And Orange is back to the game now. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.